Welcome to Art Feminism's Introduction to Wikidata. This presentation is an introduction to Wikidata and how we can harness the power of data to tell feminist stories. First, an introduction to Art Feminism, which is a global initiative dedicated to closing gender gaps on Wikipedia and now Wikidata. A+F was formed in 2014 by a group of artists and information workers on the United States East Coast in response to the stark gender gap on Wikipedia. Since then, we've become more intentional about the ways in which our work is also about closing gaps created by racism, classism, ableism, transphobia, and other intersecting identity oppressions. It is well established that there is a gender gap across Wikimedia projects. Less than 10% of Wikipedia's editors identify as trans or cis women, and the editors that do identify as women are more likely than men to have their edits reverted. The image on the right shows Wikipedia's active editor distribution by gender between the years 2019 and 2024. An active editor is someone who makes more than 5 edits per month. The chart shows that 80% of editors identify as men, and in 2024, 14% identified as women, 5% as gender diverse, and 4% preferred not to say. These numbers have stayed consistent over the years. You can see more information on this study in the 2024 Community Insights Report. In a 2025 Wikimania presentation, David Palfrey explains that if we dig deeper into Wikidata representation, we find that globally, 25% of the world's population, specifically women in underrepresented countries, constitute less than 1% of the people on Wikidata with assigned gender and country of citizenship. Without representation from cis and trans women and gender non-binary people in the preservation of their own stories, we will get skewed content that misses the mark on the value and existence of their impact on history. The equity gaps found on Wikipedia echo across the internet. So what is Wikidata? Wikipedia and Wikidata are two of the total 13 projects hosted by the Wikimedia Foundation. Other projects include Wikimedia Commons, which hosts the images used in Wikipedia articles, and Wikiquote, which is an editable repository of quotes. Wikidata is structured, linked open data that exists in a free and editable knowledge base, is multilingual and collaborative. It is a website similar to Wikipedia that stores data and that can be reused in all other Wikimedia projects. So how does editing Wikidata contribute to knowledge equity? One way is seen in Wikipedia infoboxes. These boxes pull information from Wikidata and display it alongside a Wikipedia article. This is one way the edits you make in Wikidata can ripple across other wiki projects and then the larger internet. Every edit you make can help correct equity gaps on Wikidata. The graph on the next slide shows the sample size of editor distribution on Wikidata by gender identity. Although the survey was conducted over a small sample size, it reflects broader trends in gender gaps on wiki spaces. Every edit you make can help correct equity gaps on Wikidata. The graph on the next slide shows the sample size of editor distribution on Wikidata by gender identity. Although the survey was conducted over a small sample size, it reflects broader trends in gender gaps on wiki spaces. Here we see the respondents' gender identities at 19% for women, 72% for men, 6% for gender diverse, and 6% prefer not to disclose. Compared to earlier numbers we saw with Wikipedia, editors of Wikidata are slightly more diverse. Another way editing Wikidata contributes to knowledge equity is through Wikidata's focus on being multilingual and providing multilingual support to other wiki projects. There are currently over 340 unique language Wikipedias. Prior to Wikidata's introduction in 2018, editors would have to manually add interchange links to articles on the same subject across Wikipedias. Wikidata now acts as a central storage hub for data on Wikipedia, including interlanguage links. This makes editing articles on the same subject in multiple languages a lot easier. Items on Wikidata are assigned unique identifiers, which are alphanumeric and language universal. Lastly, Google searches, AI, and smart technologies all pull information from Wikidata, amplifying equity gaps that exist in these repositories. Both people and machines get information from Wikidata when doing research, running queries, and editing Wikipedia. When the data is incomplete or biased in the wiki projects, it has ripple effects across the internet. At A plus F, we know AI needs feminist data to tell feminist stories. Here's where you come in. We invite you to join our global network of information activists working to close equity gaps online, starting with Wikipedia and now Wikidata. The internet is not going to fix itself. In future modules, you will learn the basics of Wikidata, such as what it looks like, how it's used, and how to create and edit items that create a ripple effect across the internet. Thanks for listening. See you in the next session on Wikidata building blocks.